met you a few years ago, and you told me about something I had never heard of before in my life. And I think the thing that is so interesting is even years later, a lot of people have never heard of Huntington's disease. So can you tell them what that is?
Huntington's disease is a terminal neurodegenerative brain disease that is like having ALS, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's all at the same time. End-stage Huntington's patient will be basically trapped in their own body. They will not be able to speak, they won't be able to eat, they won't be able to talk, walk, any of that. And my husband suffers from the disease. And we found out about July of last year that my bonus child inherited the disease. So they say that in Mississippi that over 200 families are dealing with this disease, but it's not really an accurate number because we're a family of 4. We have 2 that have the disease. One that's symptomatic, which is my husband Nathan, one that's pre-symptomatic, which is my bonus child, and then we have a child together that is considered at risk unless he starts showing the physical symptoms and signs for juvenile onset Huntington's disease. And so there's no treatment, there's no cure. They can treat the symptoms. Like, for example, my husband with Huntington's, they have a lot of chorea. Well, my husband takes a medication that helps control those movements so he can sit still, but more often than not, they'll have like the flailing of the arms and the legs or the rocking back and forth. They just can't sit still. And they don't call it the devil's disease for no reason. And then if you're dealing with your child having it, it hits the kids so much faster than it does the adults. But it's a rare disease. 41,000 Americans are dealing with this disease, with another 210,000 at risk for the disease.
Wow. And so that's the thing, like I said, when you start talking about it, I just picture how difficult that is, number one, for somebody like you who has to watch your husband and your bonus child go through that, but then thinking about how we can support, right? How can we help you at home, especially with this walk this weekend?
Well, for one, with the walk this weekend, we will have our 4th annual Team Hope Walk Mississippi on Saturday, May 17th. Registration in person begins at 8, walk begins at 9, and this benefits the Huntington's Disease Society of America, and they in turn put this into our centers of excellence. They fund these centers of excellence which are geared towards Huntington's disease, and we have one right here in Mississippi. Dr. Jubin Wong and his team run that at UMMC, and they are located in the Flowood area of UMMC, and other ways, helping us with awareness. I could use a lot of help with the advocacy, talking to our state and federal leaders about Huntington's disease. I'm the state captain, but I'm a team of 1 right now. And so I need that help in making our team grow, because I firmly believe with awareness comes funding, with funding comes research, and with that research comes hope for a treatment, or even better, a cure, because that's what we ultimately want, is a cure so that no other family has to go through what our family's going through, what other families are going through.
I love that. And I love that while you're, holding up the banner to try and get more help for this, that you're also like, don't get sad. Like, it's still a party. We're still living. We're still doing things. So they'll be able to kind of experience that through y'all at the walk as well, right?
Yes, yes. See, when Nathan first got diagnosed in 2016, we felt like our world was over. And then we realized, he still has quality of life. He still has quantity of life. And so we focus on what can be done. He can still talk even though it's garbled. He can still walk even though he needs help. So we would rather live with that positivity and help others along the way. If they can take a few steps off of the path that we did to get the tools that Nathan needs, if we can help alleviate a few of those steps for them, if you've seen me at the walk, the first one especially, when people would come up and be newly diagnosed, okay, this is what you need to do, here's how you need to, and I have a tendency to overwhelm with the information, but we just try really hard so that other families newly diagnosed don't feel as alone as Nathan and I did.